Chapter 1. The night shift begins. The city never truly sleeps, but at 2 a.m., the streets belong to shadows and whispers. Tom Carter, a seasoned taxi driver, knows these late hours too well. The neon lights flicker, casting eerie glows on empty sidewalks. The hum of his engine is the only sound keeping him company. Tonight feels different. Tom grips the wheel, his fingers tapping a familiar rhythm against it. A habit, a way to stay awake. The night shift is routine. Drunk passengers, insomniacs, and the occasional lost soul trying to get home. Nothing surprises him anymore. But something about tonight sits heavy in his chest. As he pulls up to a red light, a figure crosses the street alone. A woman in a long coat, her face hidden beneath dark hair. She doesn't hurry. She doesn't even glance at his cab. Just walks, like she has nowhere to be. Tom shakes the feeling off. Just another stranger in the night. His radio crackles. New fare. Location: Old Mill Road. Time: 2:45 a.m. He sighs, shifting the car into drive. Just another ride, he mutters. But he doesn't know. This ride won't be like the others. This ride will change everything. Chapter 2. The Mysterious Fare. The road to Old Mill Road is dark. Too dark. No streetlights, no houses, just endless blacktop stretching into nothing. Tom drums his fingers on the steering wheel. Tap, tap, tap. A steady rhythm, keeping his nerves in check. The GPS beeps. Destination reached. He slows the car, scanning the roadside. Nothing. No buildings, no cars, just trees swaying in the cold wind. Is this a mistake? Then, movement. A figure steps from the shadows. A woman. She's standing just at the edge of the headlights, her long coat trailing the ground. Her hair falls over her face, hiding her features. She doesn't wave. She doesn't signal. She just stands there. Tom hesitates. His gut tells him to drive away. Instead, he unlocks the doors. The back door creaks open. She gets in. Silence. Tom glances at the rearview mirror. She's sitting perfectly still. Hands in her lap. Not a sound. Not a breath. "Where to?" he asks. No answer. Just the hum of the engine and the soft tick of the meter. Tom shifts in his seat. "Miss, where are you heading?" Still nothing. He exhales, glancing up at the mirror again. She hasn't moved. A chill creeps down his spine. Something about this feels wrong. But he puts the car in drive anyway. And the ride begins. Chapter 3. The Silent Ride. The tires hum against the road. The engine purrs low. Inside the cab, the silence is thick, unsettling. Tom grips the wheel tighter. Tap, tap, tap. His fingers keep their rhythm, but his pulse has picked up its own. He flicks a glance at the rearview mirror. The woman sits there, motionless. Head slightly tilted down, hands folded neatly in her lap. Too still. Too quiet. Tom clears his throat. "So, long night?" No answer. A beat of hesitation. Then, forcing a chuckle. "Not much of a talker, huh?" Still nothing. The air feels colder. His breath fogs slightly as he exhales. Weird. Tom swallows, shifting in his seat. His radio crackles, static, then silence again. He sneaks another glance at the mirror. She hasn't moved. Not an inch, not a blink, not a breath. Tom's fingers tap faster now. Tap, tap, tap. Something about this feels wrong. He presses the brake lightly as they approach a stoplight. Red glow spills into the car. He checks the mirror again. The back seat is empty. His heart stops. The cab was never opened. The locks never clicked. The woman is gone. And yet, the seatbelt is still fastened. Tap, tap, tap. Only now it's not his fingers. It's coming from the back seat. Chapter 4. The Vanishing Act. Tom's breath catches. His hands tighten around the steering wheel. His foot hovers over the gas pedal, his pulse hammering in his ears. The back seat is empty, but the seatbelt is still buckled. And the sound, tap, tap, tap. It's coming from behind him. Number no, no, no. His fingers tremble as he grips the rearview mirror, angling it down. Nothing. The red glow from the stoplight casts eerie shadows across the seat, but the woman is gone. Then, in the mirror's corner, a shape, not sitting, standing, right behind his seat. A slow, cold breath brushes against his neck. Tom slams the gas. The taxi lurches forward, tires screeching as he speeds through the red light. The city blurs past, but his mind is stuck in place, replaying what he just saw, or what he thinks he saw. She was there. She was there. But she isn't now. He exhales, shaky, gripping the wheel so hard his knuckles turn white. Just keep driving. Just get out of here. Then, a whisper. Software faint. From the back seat. You didn't take me home. Chapter 5. A dark past revealed. Tom's blood turns to ice. The whisper lingers in the air, soft but clear. You didn't take me home. His hands grip the wheel, knuckles pale. Number. No, no, no. This isn't happening. He checks the rearview mirror. The back seat is still empty. His breath comes fast, shallow. His pulse pounds in his ears. A chill snakes down his spine, wrapping around his ribs like ice-cold fingers. The air is freezing. He needs to stop, needs to breathe. A gas station appears up ahead, a flickering neon sign, a beacon in the darkness. He swerves into the lot, slams the brakes. The tires screech. The car is still. The night is still. But inside, his mind is spinning. Tom throws the door open, stumbling out. Fresh air. He needs fresh air. The attendant behind the counter watches as he leans against the cab, rubbing his face. Rough night, the guy calls out. Tom lets out a shaky laugh. Understatement of the year. Then, something makes him pause. A thought. A terrible, creeping thought. Hey, Tom says, swallowing hard. Have you ever heard of a woman on Old Mill Road? A passenger? The attendant's face drops. His expression shifts. His eyes go dark. You picked her up, didn't you? Tom's stomach twists. The man exhales, shaking his head. She's been dead for 10 years. Silence. A ringing fills Tom's ears. His mouth goes dry. Number no, that's not possible. He saw her. He heard her. She sat in his back seat. Her name was Lena Parker, the attendant says. His voice is quieter now. She took a cab home one night. Never made it. Car crash. The driver swerved, hit a tree. She was found still wearing her seatbelt. Tom feels sick. She never got home, the attendant murmurs. And every few years, she finds a driver to try again. Tom's breath catches, because his phone screen is still glowing inside the cab, and the GPS is still running. Destination, home,